I have a couple announcements and then we're going to get right into it. So I'm sure you just noticed that we didn't have a fancy intro to this video. And that is because my husband and I are now in the process of moving from Pennsylvania, jeez, to North Carolina. We've been wanting to do this for the last couple years. He put in a request 3 years ago and it finally just went through. So we're very excited, but now we're also kind of freaking out like, oh my God, this is really happening now. We have to find a place to live. We have to figure out how to move all of our stuff down. I have to find a new job. So a very stressful time is coming. So I am not doing any fancy editing with these videos because it does take a lot of time. So I'm not doing that for March or for April. I'm just getting right into it. I'm shuffling the cards before I record the video because that also requires a lot of editing to the video as well. And what else? Also, I'm going to be changing the name of my business. I haven't felt comfortable on a name just yet, but once I find one and I'm ready to run with it, I'll make an official announcement about it and also explain why I'm changing the name as well. So stay tuned for that. You can follow me on Instagram just to pay attention, so you don't lose me or whatever. And also you can watch our travels from here to there. I think I'm going to be posting them on there. And if you would like a private reading with me, you can go to my website, thecreativegypsy.net. But I'm only keeping those doors open between now and March 21st. So after that, it won't be open again until May, once we're finally settled in our new place. Because Mercury retrograde starts March 22nd and it ends on April 15th. And I know that also around that time, we're going to be in the middle of really moving stuff. So I'm just not going to reopen it until we get into our new place and we're totally settled in and things are mellowed out again. So those are all the announcements. And let's get right into your reading, Leo. Here we go. So I wonder if I can zoom this. I haven't done that with anyone else. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay. So you can really see the cards here. So, and I'm going to flip them around so you can see them the way that they are actually laid out for you. So it starts here and it goes this way. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles upright, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and Judgment, the 20th card in the Major Arcana, in reverse. And Ten of Swords is in reverse. I don't know if I said that, but so it seems there's a lesson that needs to be learned this month, but I don't know if you're going to learn it, basically. So when I see the Knight of Pentacles, this is interesting because usually, he's kind of sort of standing still, but usually it's a knight sitting on a horse and the horse is just standing still. There's no movement in the horse at all, and he's holding a pentacle like it's a shield. And this means I'm trying to think of how to say this, but so that way it's kind of like you're thinking way too much about what needs to be done in order for you to continue reaching your goals in a way. But this way, there's some movement happening here. And this kind of reminds me of Harry Potter, which I really don't watch Harry Potter. My husband does, so every once in a while, I'll see certain scenes and I'll be like, oh, what's that? Okay. So any Harry Potter fans are probably like, oh my God, here we go. So There's a scene where it's a game and Harry Potter and all the other kids are chasing after this ball with like wings, and I have no idea what the hell it's called, so I apologize. Maybe one of you guys can leave a comment below the video to let me know what the heck that is. But I'm kind of, when I think of that and when I see this card, I'm thinking like being very focused on my goal. And the goal of the game was to catch this ball. And it's like keeping your eye on the prize, staying focused, you know, being patient with the process in order to achieve the goal, basically. When it's in reverse, which is how it came out for you, I'm going to hold it this way because it's weird holding with my left hand. This card to me feels like I'm feeling impatient with the process, but also at the same time, I am still feeling stuck in whatever it is that I'm feeling stuck in. So there's like a small feeling of the Hanged Man in reverse where like I'm feeling uncomfortable. And I'm kind of like ready to jump out of my skin. Like I'm very impatient and I just want to get to my goal. But then it's saying like you already are there here, which is interesting. Because it's like you're content with life. You have everything you need. Financially, you are secure for the level that you, for the standards that you have for yourself, you are actually fairly secure in your life financially. And if you're comparing yourself to others, then maybe not. But for your own personal standards, yes, you are, secure financially and secure in other aspects of your life and feeling content with where you are. You know, I don't know, like we don't know why you're feeling stressed out, like you can't get to some idea of security for yourself when you already have it. Do you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of a stress in the beginning of the month, but then realizing that hopefully you're realizing that you are already there. And once you realize that you are allowed to feel comfortable with your circumstances, it will help you to release these betrayals of the past. Betrayals of the past. So it feels like you've still been kind of clinging on. It's almost kind of like you are trying to bury yourself in your work as a way of avoiding dealing with all of these backstabbers in your life, or from your past at least, dealing with why they are there in the first place, why those things keep happening to you or have kept happening to you. Maybe they haven't been happening in a while. I don't feel like they have, but like you still believe that it's happening, or you are still in the past living these experiences, even though it's not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like being stuck in the past of the pain that others had put you through, and like mentally you're just like tormenting yourself or you have been, and now this month you're letting the sword slide out. You're letting those ideas and those beliefs, like you're releasing them. Hopefully You're letting them go. And I think that these are all the bullshit that this is all the bullshit that you had to deal with the people that you were surrounding yourself with that were not good for you in the past. They had done something or said something, and it just like implanted this sword in you. And since then, those thoughts have just been on repeat in your brain as like the devil on your shoulder, where like anytime you're starting to feel good, it's like, no, but you don't deserve this. Or no, but why are you trusting that this is going to last? Why are you trusting this person? They're just going to fuck you over. Why are you, enjoying things? You know what I mean? So it feels like you're finally letting those go, or starting to let them go, because you're starting to feel comfortable in your own skin here. Or you're realizing that you deserve happiness, that you deserve comfort, that you deserve all the things that you see everyone else having, or that you already have them, and you've just been in this, mindset that you are lacking, that you don't deserve, that, you can't trust, that you can't believe in yourself. And it's been like pushing you into work mode. Like, let me just focus on how to get more and more and more. Let me just focus on the money. Let me just focus on my work. And I'm just going to like tunnel vision and like ignore everyone and everything and just get myself to this point. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. The only thing is, we get to the Judgment card in reverse. And usually this card is this giant angel blowing a trumpet over these people that are being resurrected out of their coffins. They're coming back to life. And the angel it's like Judgment Day. The angel's blowing this horn and being like, you need to do like a, whoa, that's really close. Okay. You know how people say that when you die, you watch your whole life flash before your eyes? I kind of feel like that's a little bit of what the Judgment card is saying. Like, we're going to go through your life and we're going to review and reflect on the areas that needed more work, basically. We're reflecting on, where we faulted, where we screwed up, where we could have some improvements, So, reviewing for the purpose of self-improvement. But not because that, other people are judging us and now we have to change our ways. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe it's a little bit of that kind of an influence, but overall you're doing it for you. Maybe they are bringing your attention towards it, but it's your decision to reflect and review and readjust. In reverse, it's kind of like, you're like, yes, finally, like, these stupid effing swords are out of my back, and now I can continue on with my life. La, 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 la. Not really thinking about, like, okay, so why were those people treating me that way? It's never a one-way street when it comes to these things. It could be possible that there are some things about myself that I could improve on, but not changing myself for them to like me, changing myself for myself. Do you know what I mean? But this is saying that you're not reflecting on it at all. You're not learning any lesson. You're not learning anything from your past. Or you're not allowing yourself the time to really consider the part that you had played in the past. Now, I'm not saying that it's all your fault, because it certainly is not, because the people that you were surrounding yourself with in the past were probably super shitty people. But like, why were you attracting those people to yourself? You were projecting something that attracted them to you. So I want you to really think about, like, what was it about myself that attracted them so much to me? You know? And deciding from there, like, do I want that part? Do I want that part of myself there anymore? Like, how can I release this part of myself? Like, yes, I've released the pain and the pressure and like the crippling judgments of other people. But now, like, let's think about, like, what can I do for myself that is actually going to benefit me in the future, so I don't put myself in those situations again. Bam. I hope that makes sense. So, like, you are in a very good place, physically, like, tangibly. You are in a very good place. Mentally, you're starting to release the past and let it go. But when it comes to those life lessons that transform you into a better version of yourself, that's where you're going to need some work. And it's going to be a struggle, especially because we have Mercury retrograde coming up March 22nd, and this is when you start to reevaluate those betrayals of the past and then try to push it behind you and push forward. So Mercury retrograde is a time for reviewing, for reevaluating, for readjusting, for re-examining and reflection and all of that. So take that time to really, really think about, like, who was I then and who do I want to be now? Who do I want to be in the future? And self-correct and self-adjust. And just, you don't have to actually put it into action yet, but maybe just consider those options, write it out. You know, I wouldn't talk about it with anyone just yet, because then people push their own personal opinions and agendas and judgments on you. And, like, you are just in the process of, like, releasing the bullshit from other people so you can listen to yourself and, lift yourself up again. You know what I mean? So just write it out for now. And I think that April is going to be very interesting to see where you go from here. Are you going to turn this back around and reflect? Are you going to learn the lessons and use them in your future? Or are you going to ignore them and possibly attract this again in your future? Something to consider. So I'm going to pull one card from the Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay? I do feel like you guys are coming out on the other side of all the stresses from the last couple months. Whoa. There you go. Keep your dreams alive. remember who you are. So I feel like that's what this month is going to be about, especially towards the end of the month. First, realizing that you have everything that you need tangibly. And then it's like a remembering is occurring. Remembering who you were before all this traumatic bullshit happened. Before these people that you surrounded yourself with pulled you down and away from your authenticity. So a lot of reflection this month. Please do some writing. I strongly encourage you to write this month. And you can, it's up to you if you want to hold on to it, or you can, burn it so nobody ever reads it. But either way, just getting it out of your mind and bringing it into physical form is going to help you to self-examine